Genesis 3, The Fall of Man, a story of choice, temptation, and consequences. Today, we will explore Genesis 3, the chapter that changed the course of humanity forever. This is not just a story about eating forbidden fruit. It is a story about free will, temptation, consequences, and God's plan for redemption. 1. The Garden of Eden and the forbidden fruit. God created the Garden of Eden as a perfect place for Adam and Eve to live in harmony with Him. They had everything they needed. Food from every tree in the garden. Water from flowing rivers. Peace with no pain or suffering. But God gave one command: do not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you do, you will die. This was not just a rule. It was a test of free will, to trust God's wisdom or choose their own way. 2. The serpent's temptation. One day, a serpent appears. He is clever and deceptive. He asks Eve, "Did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden?" This is how temptation works. Creates doubt: did God really say that? Offers false promises: you will not die. You will be like God. Appeals to pride: God is keeping something from you. Eve looks at the fruit. It seems beautiful, delicious, and full of wisdom. She eats it, then gives some to Adam, and he eats too. At that moment, their eyes are opened. They realize they are naked and feel shame for the first time. 3. God confronts Adam and Eve. God comes into the garden. Adam and Eve hide. This is the first time a human feels fear of God. God asks Adam, "Where are you?" Adam responds, "I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid." God asks, "Who told you that you were naked? Did you eat from the forbidden tree?" Instead of taking responsibility, Adam blames Eve, "She gave me the fruit." Eve blames the serpent deceived me. This shows that humans naturally avoid responsibility and look for excuses. 4. The consequences of sin. God delivers 3 judgments. The serpent. It will crawl on its belly. There will be hostility between humans and the serpent. One day, a descendant of the woman will crush the serpent's head, a prophecy about Jesus. The woman. She will experience pain in childbirth. Her relationship with her husband will change. The man. He will work hard to get food. The earth is cursed, and life will be full of struggles. Death enters the world, and humans become mortal. The worst part is that they are banished from the Garden of Eden, cut off from the tree of life. 5. Hope in the midst of judgment. Even in this moment of judgment, God shows mercy. God makes them clothes from animal skins, the first sacrifice and a symbol of Jesus' future sacrifice for humanity. Genesis 3 verse 15 predicts Jesus' victory over sin. 6. What can we learn from this story? Free will is real. God does not force obedience, but choices have consequences. Sin starts with doubt, desire, and deception. People naturally avoid responsibility, but God calls us to repentance. Judgment is not the end, God provides a way for redemption. What does this mean for us today? This is not just an old story. It is a mirror of human nature. Even today, we face the same struggles. Do we trust God or try to control our own destiny? Do we take responsibility for our actions or blame others? Do we recognize God's grace in our failures? What do you think? How does this story relate to today's world? How do you see God's plan of redemption in this chapter? This is the story of Genesis 3. Next time, we will see how the world changed after the fall and how God continued his relationship with humanity. If you found this interesting, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next episode.